fix this rudder. As you can see, all the hinges are broken off. These are those Dubro, I think they're 1/8 pin hinges. So we've got them stuck in here in the tail, vertical step. We got them broken off in the rudder and stuck in. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to simply remove these broken hinges and fix them. Then we'll reinstall the rudder. My tips and tricks composite video has this already in it, I believe. But it's worth going to see that video because it's got tons of really good tips on how to fix these things. So the tool we're going to use is, I'm going to use this 1/4 inch brass, I'm going to use this 1/4 inch brass tubing. I've cut little serrations on it, I don't know whether you can see that. And I'm going to mark off the hinges, then we're going to drill them out and you'll see how this works. Now you have to make this tube a little bigger than the actual hinge, because you're going to have to go over this knuckle here, which is, I believe, 1/4 inch. So you see how it goes in? So don't try and use something smaller, i.e. these are 1/8 hinges. Don't try and use a 1/8 drill, it won't work. So first thing I'm going to do is mark off the best I can where the hinge center line is, so that when I'm putting the new ones in, I can pretty much line up with the rudder, because it's going to be kind of hard to mark it up otherwise. So this will get us close, if not dead on. All right, so I'm going to just go over this hinge, and we're just going to very gently, I think I'll put it down to low speed on the drill, and then we're going to try and just go in. So that's one. Two. And the final one. And there we go. What we're going to try and do is extract this hinge. There we go. The whole core comes out. Oh, that one fell in. That's no problem. We'll push that one in as well. All right, so that's that. So I'm going to do basically the same with the rudder where it's broken. I think need high speed on this because it's epoxy glass, so it needs to burn through. And pull that one out. You see how it comes out as a core? This one is okay, so we'll leave that one. And then we'll just do this last one. There we go. So that, fellas and ladies, ouch, that's hot. That's how we get the hinges out. So now what I'm going to do is just get some dowel and plug those back up, and we'll get back to that. There's several ways of plugging these hinges. You can use hardwood dowels. You can use balsa wood. You could even use foam if your plane's foam. So what I've done here, I'm going to show you a couple of methods. This is just a little bit of 1/4 inch balsa, which I've cut down on my saw, and I can just make it like that. I could sand it, make it, whoops. I can now just put these in, plug the holes, And away we go. I made this a bit small, that's just for demonstration. And then cut it off, and Bob's your uncle, you're ready to go. What I'm going to do is I'm using 1/4" dowel. You know, it's just a sort of semi-hardwood. But because I own a lathe, what I'm going to do is put this in the lathe. I'm going to center it and drill. I'm going to center it, then drill a 1/8 hole in each dowel. That way, hopefully, it comes out accurate, more accurate than what I can do by hand. But you can do it by hand, obviously. So we'll get that done. All right, so I've got my 1/4" in the chuck. It's a 3-jaw chuck. I've put a centering bit on, so I'm just going to quickly run a center line. All right, now I've got the 1/8 drill bit in, and we're just going to see if we can get it nice and centered. Not going too fast. This is a metal bit, not a wood bit. And I'm seeing if I can get away with it. I'm going to go as deep as I can so I can get 2 plugs for each drill. All right, let's see how that worked out. And this isn't a fancy lathe or anything. It's basically, I think, one of those Arbor Freight ones, but this one was made in Taiwan, so it seems to be a lot better quality. As you can see, using the center hole, I get a good... Unfortunately, this part of the video didn't record and I did not catch it. So what I've done is I've used the expandable foam glue. It's the urethane type glue. I've put it around the plugs, inserted them into both the stab and the rudder, and I'll just give it an hour or two to expand and harden. All right, so I've given it an hour and a half or so to dry out. So now I just have to trim a little bit of this foam off what's come out of the holes. Pretty easy to do. That doesn't need really doing there. And we just have to get this little bit off the rudder. Give it a light sanding, and all will be good. That's it, doesn't even need the sanding. Well, there's just a little bit. So, at this stage, what I'm going to do is re-drill these holes in case some foam got in them. And then we'll look at finishing them off to get the hinges in. All right, so I'm re-drilling these just to make sure they're clear. A little foam got in that one. No biggie. Right, now, the hinge, if I can find it. Okay, the hinge widens up at the actual hinge point. So what I do is first I put these in just to check that they're going in. And that's fine. And then I'm reaching over and I have this diamond bit, which is conical. It's like a cone, and I'm going to just drill into this. That should give me enough to get this wide piece in. Yep. All right, now I'm just going to actually CA these hinges in. Then I'm going to throw some on both sides of these. This is a risky business, but what the hell. Not too much. Now we're just going to turn it upside down and hopefully get this sucker in one shot. Gotta get it in at the bottom more than anything. Make sure I got some turn. Yes, I do. That's all I need to do. Nothing fancy. And hit it. And that should be that. No binding. Keep it moving for a minute just in case the CA has dripped out a little bit. I think we're okay. Doesn't appear to be any what do you call it? So I'm going to use my magic light here. I love this thing, and by the way, you can get it from Amazon. It's in the description on the links, and works great. USB chargeable. Use it all the time. I can also see inside, and so on and so forth. Also as a flasher. Anyhow, that appears to be good. So we'll just give it a few minutes. We'll let everything just harden up. Then we'll connect this push rod, install this servo, create a little bit of room for the control horns here, just in case they get stuck. Install the receiver, and we'll call this quits for the back.